Hey, everyone. I am going to do a really quick video. Once again, I am outside, so if you see people walking by or hear anybody else talking, I apologize in advance for any distractions. But we're going to get right on into this, and hopefully I can get it done really quick. The book is called Glory Be by Danielle. I don't even know how to pronounce the last name. Arceneaux, maybe. Not sure. I did have the book, but I had to return it to the library, so I do not have the physical copy with me any longer. However, I will attach a copy of what the cover looks like to this video, so you have that for your reference. So, let's get into this. This story's core is about love and truth and a bit of forgiveness. The author takes you on a journey to find out what happened to a woman named Amity, and that's how I pronounced it while reading the book. Amity is a pillar in the community and was loved by many. Amity was found deceased in her home and it was ruled a suicide. Now, Glory, Amity's longtime friend, doesn't believe this and intends to find out what really happened to her friend by all means necessary. Gloria is a woman to be reckoned with for sure. She is also well known in the community. She is divorced, a member of the Red Hat Society, attends church regularly, and has a case of the sticky fingers and is the local bookie. Glory is devastated by the death of her friend. However, she doesn't think for 1 minute Amity took her own life. So Glory sets out to find the truth and uncovers things she didn't know about her friend and other community members. During this time, someone is also trying to get Glory vacated from her home. Was Amity's death a suicide or murder? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. So let me tell you about some of the other people Glory encounters on her search for the truth. There is Noah, the owner of the local coffee house. This is where you can find Glory during her bookie business. Then there is Gus, who is the new employee at the coffee house, and he was recently released from incarceration. Now, Gus is attempting to get his life on the right track. Now, will he be able to do so, or will the stigma of being a criminal forever negatively affect his present? Then there is Lieutenant Landry, who was raised by Glory's mother, Viola. She was kind of like the nanny, housekeeper slash assistant to the Landry family. He is part of, the local affluent Landry family. And he gives the citizens a little bit of leeway when it comes to abiding the law. Then there is Daphne, who is Glory's daughter. Now, Daphne has returned to town for the attendance of Amity's funeral. She has stayed a little bit longer to assist Glory in rectifying her home citation situation. And well, because she is avoiding her own situation back home. Shirley, who is Glory's sister, is disgruntled that the family home was passed down to Glory instead of her. Then there is Milton, a town drug dealer that had an old connection to Amity. Then we have Jacqueline, who is a nun that has a wild side itching to be released. Then we have Father Romero, who is the local priest. He has been vocal about his stance on a plant trying to come into their community. Amity was helping him with research so he could address the powers that be to prevent the plant from bringing toxins into their community. Father Romero also has a secret he has been hiding. And you'll have to read the book to find out what that was and what impact it has on Glory's investigation. Now, all of these persons are intertwined in the story, making you jump between characters, believing they had a motive or a hand in Glory's suspicions that Amity was murdered. You will have to read the book to find out what Glory uncovers and if she is able to prove murder or suicide as Amity's cause of death. Now, I did listen to the audiobook version, so I don't know if there are any discussion questions provided in the book because I forgot to look before I turned it back in. So, some topics of discussion could be why one would go to such great lengths to remove what they feel is a threat or because the other person has something that they want. You could talk about possible implications or ramifications one could have by what they put on social media. The author did a great job making multiple people plausible suspects. Did you figure out what happened before it was revealed? Mm. Talk about why people feel they aren't able to make changes to their lives if they are not happy with their current situation. You could talk about why do people stay in situations they don't want to be in or no longer serve a positive purpose. Converse about how cases are handled with law enforcement and other entities when it involves a person of color. Do you agree with Daphne's assessment of music today versus the past? Now, there was one very, very funny part in the story. It was a club scene, and I had a few chuckles about what transpired. But I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to read the book to find out. You could talk about the parent and child dynamic between Gloria and Daphne. Talk about the differences in how people view what is valuable. Is it the labels? Is it the monetary value of something? Or the sentiment? Well, these are a few that should definitely get the conversation going. Once you read the book, you can definitely do a deeper dive and dissect the book and its multiple aspects on a deeper level if you choose to, or you can leave it surface level. That is totally up to you and your discussion. There is violence, suicide, sexual content, cursing, and religious commentary throughout this story. Now, Libby shows this book um, as number one for a series. However, when I kind of did a little bit of a search, I did not see a next book at this time. It's indicated that there should be another book coming. I just didn't see it yet. Libby has the book genre as African American fiction, fiction, and mystery. And Goodreads has this book listed under the previously mentioned categories as well as cozy mystery, mystery thriller, and contemporary. I would have just added the genre of comedy. I did get a few chuckles while reading this story. The audiobook is about 8.5 hours long, and the narrator, Bahani Turpin, I don't know. I probably just totally botched that. But anyway, the narrator did a good job of relaying the story and was adequate with the voice variation to convey the action or emotion of the characters. So, overall, very good narration of the story. This book was selected for the book club that I'm a part of, and the average score from the book club was 7. But I personally gave this book an 8.5 out of 10. So there's a slight difference in opinion on the rating of this book. Uh, but why don't you read it and decide for yourself? What score would you give this book? So if you haven't read the book, go ahead and get it. And once you've read it, tell me what your thoughts are. If you have already read the book, go ahead and let me know what you think. And thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying the content. Thank you for all the new subscribers, the new viewers. Thank you for the returning subscribers and viewers. I appreciate you all. And so that is it for this round. Go ahead and click that subscribe, like, and share buttons. Tell all your friends. And that's it for this round. And as always, until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.